Hello, I'm John Jones of Philip Morris & Son. I'm here today to talk to you about which is the best brand of shooting jacket. Slightly controversial subject because I risk upsetting one or two of the brands that I don't select, but we're going to take you for a very quick canter through what we believe are the best shooting jacket brands on the market. So the jacket I'm currently wearing is a Harkila Pro Hunter Endure. Harkila is a Danish brand. This is my own personal shooting jacket, so my money is where my mouth is on this one. Harkila are completely uncompromising when it comes to the quality of the jackets, the quality of the design, the quality of construction, quality of the fabrics. They use the very best fabrics there are, Gore-Tex, Polartec, etc. And the result is jackets that will stand the test of time. One criticism that used to be levelled at Harkila a little bit was that the type of jackets they designed didn't suit the type of shooting in the UK. They now have a fantastic team based here in the UK, and that's certainly not a valid criticism anymore. Similarly, it used to be that their jackets were very much designed for stalking, but again, they're now specifically designed for more common types of shooting in the UK, rough shooting, driven game in particular. They're very, very suited to that kind of use now. So if you want a jacket that is an absolute technical leader, Harkila is a brand definitely worth looking at. The next brand on our list is Barbour. The jacket I'm now wearing is the Barbour Tweed Beaconsfield, based on a design that they've been doing in the range for many, many years now. Including this on our list of best shooting brands may surprise people because Barbour have been very much focused on other areas in recent years, particularly their more fashion and wax-based jackets. But they've really this season come back to the shooting field, invested heavily in new designs, new technologies, new garments, and they make perhaps some of the best traditional British looking shooting jackets that perform and are built from quality fabrics that are available out there. So surprising inclusion, but definitely very worth considering, and at a price point that is just a little bit more affordable than some of the other top brands, making it a really good choice. The next brand we're going to talk about is Schoffel, an undoubted leader in the market. Schoffel entered the shooting jacket market about 30 years ago when they set out to build the best shooting jacket that was available. They worked with the very best people for fabrics like Gore-Tex. They consulted the most knowledgeable people in the industry like Purdy. They produced dozens and dozens of prototypes until they ripped them apart so much that they were happy with every minor detail of the jacket, and they produced their first ptarmigan shooting jacket. That basic design has stood the test of time, and it's evolved through numerous generations of fabric. The latest one is the one I'm wearing. This is the Ptarmigan Evo. It's a very much a lightweight, stripped down, super breathable jacket, and undeniably absolute quality jacket. If you're looking for a jacket that has technical performance blended with absolute tradition, Schoffel undoubtedly a brand to consider. The fourth and final brand on our list of top shooting jacket brands is Laksen. Laksen like to do things a little bit differently. So where most of the top brands go for fabrics like Gore-Tex, Laksen use an equally waterproof, equally breathable fabric, but always go in a slightly different direction. So at the moment they're favouring Ventile, which arguably is actually also more environmentally friendly. Similarly, where most top brands use the likes of Polartec for their fleece, rather than producing traditional fleece, Laksen are currently working with a blended wool that again is arguably environmentally more friendly. Their quality of construction, their quality of design is still outstanding, but they just do things that little bit differently. So if you want a top-end, practical, technically solid shooting jacket, but equally don't want to look like everyone else and want something just a little bit different, Laksen undoubtedly a great brand to consider. All of these top brands that have uncompromising quality of performance come at a price, and if you can't quite justify the price tag at which they come, there are dozens of other brands on the market which do make fantastic jackets. Think about looking at Sealand, Deer Hunter, Allen Payne, Beretta and Hogs. They're all been in the market for years. They all produce excellent quality jackets. A lot of them use unbranded membranes and unbranded fabrics. So instead of Gore-Tex, they'll use an alternative membrane. Instead of Polartec, they use an alternative fleece. But in reality, there are dozens of very, very good quality fabrics out there that you don't have to be paying for that top brand name anymore. And so all of them are very worth looking at. So there's three brands of shooting clothing that you may think I've missed off the list, but sadly none of those three make shooting clothing anymore. First one on that list is Chameau. Chameau and Schoffel are very much sister companies now, so while Chameau still continue to make absolutely fantastic welly boots, they leave the clothing to Schoffel, who, as we've already discussed, make fantastic clothing. The second one on the list is Musto. For reasons of their own, Musto have decided they don't want to make country and shooting clothing anymore, and whilst they were probably just about the technically best manufacturer in the shooting field, they no longer make any shooting clothing at all. And the final one is Aigle. Aigle again used to make some fantastic clothing. David Beckham's even been seen wearing one of their country fleeces. But again, they focused in a different direction now. They still do wonderful ski clothing and fashion clothing, but they don't make any country or shooting clothing. So that's a very quick look at which are the leading shooting jacket brands. Harkila, Schoffel, Laksen and Barbour being our choices of those that make the very best products. But there are, as we say, dozens of others available. If you want to know any more details, we've got more blogs, more videos, and our website where you can find more information.